Today we're doing a yin yoga practice to reverse the sluggishness and fatigue of the winter months and to stimulate the flow of water and vital energy throughout your body. Yin yoga is a type of yoga in which you hold the same position for several minutes, trying to let go of all the muscular tension. So there's no forcing, no pushing. I like to start in a sit position, legs crossed. If this is uncomfortable, you can sit on a block, you can sit on a pillow. We're going to start with a few rounds of Ujjayi breathing. If you're not familiar with Ujjayi breathing, simply inhale and exhale through your nose slowly. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhaling, exhaling. Continue a few rounds. Let's blink the eyes open. We're going to start on our back. If you have a pillow or a block, you can use it. And we're going to be in a twisted position. If you are pregnant or if you have severe low back problems, you're just going to stay in the butterfly position. Otherwise, from here, we're going to open the arms wide. So I'm a little bit too close to the wall, to the bed. And you're going to bring your hips back, keeping the shoulders facing straight up. And drop your knees on a block, on the floor, on a pillow. If you want to go a bit deeper, you can have your knees on the floor. And ideally, you want both arms extended with the palms pressing down. Let's close the eye. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Continue with this breath. You may notice after a few deep, slow breaths, your muscles start to relax and you can go a bit deeper into the position. So you may be able to remove the block or the pillow. You may be able to extend the top knee or both legs. With your next exhale, see if you can press both shoulders into the floor. Two more deep, slow breaths like this. Keeping the eyes open, coming back to center. We're going to scoop our hips to the other side. If you're using a block, you're going to place it to the other side or your pillow. Shoulders face straight up. Palms of the hands down. Scoop the hips to one side, drop the knees to the other side. If you want to go a bit deeper, you can bring the knees higher. If you want less stretch in your low back, you can bring your knees a bit further away from your shoulders. So feel what works for you and feel free to adjust the position at any time. Find your breath. If you want to go a bit deeper, you can remove your pillow, your block, press your knees deeper into the floor. You can also extend your legs so that your feet reach your hand. can also turn your chin away from your knees. Three to five more breaths like this. Last one. Leaving the eyes open, coming back to center. We're going to roll onto our stomach, actually onto our child pose. If you are new to child pose, your toes remain together while you open your knees wide, and then you press your hips down and forehead down. If your forehead is not touching the mat, you can have your fist underneath your forehead. We're going to hold it for 3 breaths, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to change it. Notice how your hips are feeling. On your next exhale, reach your fingertips as far forward as you can as you crawl sideways. Big breath in and crawl, exhale. I'm going to hold it here. With each exhale, your body gets a little bit deeper into the position. And big breath into the nose. Exhaling back to center. We're going to go to the other side. Inhaling, crawling the fingers far, exhaling, walking to the side with the hands. And with each breath out, see if you can let your hips go a little bit deeper into the position. Next, inhale, coming back to center. Walking the hands underneath the shoulders. Let's meet into a seated position. Preparing for head to knee. You want your heel across your belly. So you want to avoid having your shoulders facing between your knees. Your knee should be in the center of your chest. You can use a towel, a yoga strap under your foot. Inhaling, we lengthen the spine. Exhaling, we bring the chest further forward. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, relaxing. If it's bothering your low back, gently bend your knee. I invite you to close your eyes. Imagine the crown of your head reaching away from your tailbone. And breathing into the nose. Exhaling, pushing your chest out. Deep, slow breath. And each exhale brings you into a deeper sense of relaxation. Next inhale, very slowly walking the hands back. Switching leg. With or without a strap or towel. If you don't have anything, you can always grab your leg. Pushing the heel forward, spreading the toes. Remember that your foot is across your belly button. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, pushing the chest forward. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, relaxing. And you'll notice that one leg is much easier than the other. So you want to focus on the one that has a harder time, that's the least comfortable, and hold it a bit longer. Notice where you feel the most tension. Maybe it's in the hips, low back, the back of the thigh. And with each exhale, imagine that you're sending bubbles of oxygen into the area of tension, feeling it relaxing. Keep lengthening the spine. Few more breaths. To your next inhale, taking the time to very slowly coming up. Legs together. The next one is a straddle. So straddle, you have your legs wide open. I'm going to show you sideways, slightly sideways. Okay, here I cannot open wide, but what you want to make sure is that ears are stacked over the shoulders, shoulders stacked over the hips. A lot of time we are doing this. It's due to the sometimes lack of range of motion in the hips and the low back, and strength in the abdominals and low back. So if this is your situation, use your hands to push yourself forward. You can keep your hands here and push against the floor. So you want your hip bones to pivot forward, okay, to tilt forward and tailbone back. One thing that can also help is to sit on a folded towel. It's really going to help elevate your hips and help you lengthen the low back. We don't want to compress the lumbar spine. So I'm gonna face front with or without your towel. If you need to bend your knees, that's fine. Avoid having your toes roll forward. Hands can be behind you. If you're able to maintain a comfortable seated position without your hands, then you're gonna bring them forward. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, lengthening the spine up. Exhaling, reaching forward with your belly button. So imagine your belly button going towards the floor. Inhaling, belly button down. Inhaling, lengthening the spine, stretching tailbone and crown of the head in opposite direction. Next exhale, pushing the chest forward. There's no forcing, no straining. Find a place where you're challenging yourself without hurting yourself. Bring your mind to those areas of tightness, your hips, low back, inner thighs. See if you can send some oxygen as you breathe in and out into those areas. Next, inhale, very slowly coming back to center from wherever you are. Let's shake our legs together. We're gonna do one more exercise for the hips, and then we'll get into our final resting pose. So for the next one, I'm using a towel to provide more support, more padding to my knee. And I'm gonna use 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, use big books. Or you can have even 2 chairs here. Let me show you how we get into the position. From here, placing the left foot in front of you, coming up. So here, what you notice here, I have a 90-degree angle between my thighs. What we want to do is walk the front foot further forward and press those hips down. So you're gonna feel the stretch inside your hips, inside the front hip, and the front of the back hip. So I'm supposed to be actually on the padding here, and this is where you can have chairs or your blocks here, and lean your shoulders into it. And then we're gonna go deeper and deeper into the position. Let me scoot back a little bit. Right here. Another thing, make sure your knee falls directly over your ankle. If your foot is too close, you don't have enough space between your front foot and back thigh, so what's going to happen? You're going to bring your knee forward, it's falling in front of my big toe, and I'm straining my front. So step this foot further forward. Breathing in and out. If you want to go deeper, place your blocks down. And as you're holding, watch here, another option to go a bit deeper. You're gonna crawl your foot towards the outside edge of your mat. You can place both hands on the inside of the thigh, both hands on the block. Going even deeper, you can place your elbows on the block or even on the mat. Next, inhale. From wherever you are, you're going to come back, hands on the front thigh and knees together, switching side. Back knee on the padding. So from here, I have my knee over my foot. I have a right angle. Okay, so what I want to do is increase the distance between the back knee and front foot. And bring my hips forward. Starting up here. If you have it in your practice to go all the way down right away, go ahead. So as you deepen your breath, your body surrenders to the pose and goes a little bit deeper. Feel free to adjust the position. Take free to place both hands on the inside of the block, crawling your front foot to the outside edge of the mat. One more breath. Slowly easing out of the position. Okay, let's get into our last resting pose for this practice. Different options. So you can be just in Shavasana on your back, feet hip width apart, palms facing up, and just relaxing right here. Other option that makes it easy on your low back, place your feet on the outside edges of the mat and get your knees relaxing against one another. Take your right hand on your left shoulder, left hand on your right shoulder. There's no need to control your breath anymore. Just enjoy this moment. And you'll notice that this practice brings a deep sense of relaxation, physical and mental. So come back to this practice often, especially before going to bed. Feel free to remain in your resting pose as long as you wish. I'm going to place my hands to heart center and gently bow my chin towards my heart. I'll see you next Saturday. Namaste.